125 at 9 minutes after 10. We've got a temperature of 73 degrees with partly cloudy skies here in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Rush Hour is just getting started on Beaver County Radio. It's time for Driving in the Fast Lane with Frank Sparks. It's the show that talks about what's happening in the news, locally, regionally, and nationally. There will be guests, and Noah Haswell will have the news at the top and bottom of each hour. And now, here is the host of the show, Frank Sparks.
And good morning and welcome to a Friday morning of Driving in the Fast Lane. And we're really going to be driving in the fast lane today because we have got guests throughout the day. So you don't have to listen to me crank about anything. But we're going to have, first off, we're going to have Brenda Applegate and Stacey Ivol. They're here. We're going to talk about Fort McIntosh Day tomorrow and the Beaver Area Heritage Foundation, as well as Beaver County Area Foundation as well. So we're going to talk about all that. And then at 11 o'clock, DJ Fry from Fry Transportation. You know, we're coming to you live from the Fry Transportation Studios, is going to be in. And we are going to talk about bus safety. And we're also going to talk about, his guest today is going to be Steve Yount. He's the safety director and CDL trainer for Fry Transportation. So they're going to tell us some of the stories that you see videos of people that like to blow through red lights and, you know, the red flashing lights on vehicles. So we're going to talk about that and more, and that'll be in the 11 o'clock hour. But first, we're going to talk with Brenda and Stacey. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Do you want to pull that mic towards you a little bit? Brenda, you should be okay. All right. Okay. All right. So first off, we'll start with Brenda. Well, first, Stacey, we got to get your impression. You know, we're at Beaver. This is the first time you've been to our new studios.
It's fabulous,
like
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like plush and everything like that. But Frank put me in the corner.
I did.
He did. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
You haven't been here for a long time, since you've been bad and haven't been here, we didn't put you in a corner.
All right, I accept that.
So Brenda gets the head of the table.
I know she does. She deserves the head of the corner, or the head of the table.
All right, well, first off, let's start talking a little bit. Let's talk about the Beaver Area Heritage Foundation.
That's me.
That's you?
Yep.
You want to go to Brenda first?
I want to go to Brenda first.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Beaver County Historical then. Go ahead.
Beaver County Historical Research and Landmarks
Maybe you do got to pull that over a little bit towards you.
Shall I say that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the executive director for Beaver County Historical Research and Landmarks Foundation, and we're located in the Vickery Mansion in Freedom.
Right.
And a little bit different than Beaver Area Heritage, we cover the whole county.
Okay.
So we are fortunate enough to partner with Beaver Area Heritage on this grand event at Fort McIntosh, because Fort McIntosh really had an impact on the whole county.
So, Brenda, you've been doing this for quite some time. What are some of the major events that the Historical Foundation has each and every year? I know you got Vickery Days and other things going on, so tell us about a few of them.
We have 5 to 7 events. We start in February with Celebrate America, where we're honoring our presidents and whatever happens to be during a certain time period. We try to focus on the history of that. Then we move into a Mother's Day tea in the springtime. First weekend in May is really exciting for us because there are 15 to 18 historical sites and organizations in Beaver County that celebrate history the first weekend in May. And we're all open for visitation, and our theme next year is what you didn't know about Beaver County. So that should be a fun thing for people to go out and explore. As you mentioned, we have Vickery Days in August. We actually have apple butter making in October, and then we go into a hauntings where we have outside speakers come in and tell us a little bit maybe about Bigfoot or some of fairies or ghost events in Beaver County, and then we close with a Christmas open house.
Where's the apple butter? Where do you make the apple butter at?
We make it at the Vickery Mansion.
At the Vickery Mansion? Okay.
Yeah, and some churches used to start with purchased applesauce.
Yeah.
We start from scratch. We
yummy.
core and cook our apples and put them through a sieve, and then the next morning we put them in a copper kettle and cook them for 6 to 8 hours.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
So yeah, it is cool. A lot of labor intensive, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but that kind of keeps the history of it going and the history of everything, of different things going throughout the county too. So
There were a
that's
lot
pretty
of churches that used to make apple butter and apple dumplings, and they just can't get the help to do it anymore. So we're fortunate enough, we're still hanging in there for that.
Excuse me. That's what kind of stinks is, as it seems like as the younger generation's coming up, they don't want to.
They don't.
It's hard to find somebody that wants to pick
They
up the
don't.
traditions of what's going on, you know?
I'd also like to put a plug in
Sure.
for our program called Windows Through History.
Okay.
This is a chronological timeline of Beaver County's history, and we focus on girls ages 7 to 14. They come in once a month, and they dress according to the time period, do a craft, do a sewing project, a cooking of the era, and then they learn a dance.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool, and it is. We've been doing that for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
My daughter actually did it
Did
years
she?
and years
Okay.
ago. Yeah. So I have an old picture of her dressed in an outfit with a little cap on, and she's doing some sewing. So it was very, very cool to, because that was before I was involved with the museum. And when Brenda started describing that, I was like, hey, wait a second. My daughter did that. So it was very cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, the one in October focuses on the 1770s,
Okay.
the same time as Fort McIntosh.
Okay.
And then the one after that is like Lewis and Clark. So it's all local history that we're doing a hands-on approach to.
That's pretty cool. So, all right. Well, let's talk now. Are you ready now?
I am.
Okay. So let's talk about the Beaver heritage now.
I get a little nervous.
Tell us a little bit about it. I did see though. I did see something about. You have to tell us about this. Something about a caboose.
Yes, we're
Okay.
getting a caboose.
All right, we're gonna have to talk about this.
CSX was very generous in donating a caboose to us, but we're getting this very rusty caboose from CSX, so we have to get it from the place in Neville Island to a place in Butler for them to get it
Renovate it.
and the whole works, and then we have to get it to our museum. So we just held a gala, and we were lucky enough to raise about $66,000, but that's not going to take us very far
Right.
at this point. So we're still raising money for that. So anybody who wants to help us with our caboose, you are more than welcome to do that. We are hoping to get that caboose to the museum. We're hoping by the opening in April, March and April. But we're very excited about that. And then we are going to have Beaver County Rail in that. So we're going to have a history of Beaver County
That'd be
Rail
cool.
inside the caboose. So that is going to be fabulous. That will be behind the museum. So you'll go into the museum, and then you'll go directly into the caboose from there. So we have that. We have Beaver Tales tonight.
Is that tonight?
That is
okay.
tonight. So
I always
that's
loved that one.
very,
Yeah.
very wonderful. We have 4 storytellers from around the country
Okay.
that are coming in to tell the stories, and they are going to be at the gazebo in Beaver. So that is this evening. We have the times. I don't.
I was going to get her on that.
I don't know
So-
the time.
Well, it's this evening at the
sorry.
gazebo.
It's this evening.
Is it on your website?
It's on our website.
All right, I'll look
Sorry.
it up. I'll look it up while you're talking.
Sorry.
So tell us about the heritage. It's the foundation itself.
The foundation itself,
Mm-hmm.
it was formed in 1967, so we've been going very strong. The museum, we're celebrating our 26th year itself. So we're doing. We just did a new. We redecorated a little bit in the museum, and so if you haven't been there in a while, come on by and take a look at that. Yeah, we're really stepping up and looking fabulous. We have Santa coming to the museum on December 7th.
Okay.
Santa in the Woods, and he is a
my buddy.
fabulous,
Yes.
fabulous Santa.
Oh, I got a story to tell you about that. You're gonna laugh about him.
He is great, isn't he?
Well, so he comes here to our Christmas concert we have each year.
Yeah.
And last year, my daughter came and saw him the last 2 years in a row. Well, then we had Beaver County Boom.
Yeah.
and he was at Beaver County Boom in Mario's 410, and
Yeah.
he was eating. And thank God he had a Santa Claus style Hawaiian
He
shirt on.
always dresses like that.
I was
always.
like, oh, thank you so much, because like I would just, she'd have been beside herself that, you know, and that's all I heard about all night was the fact that it was Beaver County Boom, and it was that big that Santa Claus is coming to Beaver County Boom.
Yeah, he told me he always dresses in Santa garb all the time. Yeah, so we're having him on December 7th.
Okay, 7 o'clock tonight's Beaver Tales.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Beaver Tales is at 7 o'clock tonight at the gazebo. Thank you very much,
problem.
Frank. I appreciate it.
All right, we're visiting this morning with Brenda Applegate and Stacey Ivol, and we're going to take a short break. If you have any questions, you are welcome to call at 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. We'll be right back after this.
Moon Township Ford, representing the neighborhood Ford stores, proudly presents Military Expo. Sea, air, land, space. Pennsylvania Patriots serving you. Moon Township Ford, representing the neighborhood Ford stores, invites you to attend this special free admission event on September 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Beaver County Airport, 35 Piper Street, Beaver Falls. See interactive displays to showcase several types of military equipment, all designed to increase awareness of the missions of all military service branches and to aid in recruiting and retention. The Military Expo, Saturday, September 20th at the Beaver County Airport. Presented by Moon Township Ford, representing the neighborhood Ford stores, where friends send friends. Also sponsored in part by McClellan's Roofing, the Community College of Beaver County, and Moon Honda.
Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
Close-up and touch and impressive display of current military equipment with personnel from all branches of service available for live demonstrations. Food and drink available. The Pennsylvania Military Expo, Saturday, September 20th. All presented by your friends at Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends. In these unprecedented times, staying informed with accurate information is a necessity, especially in an emergency. Believe it or not, the power to stay informed and be aware on important news alerts in your area is right at your fingertips. Beaver County Emergency Services urges you to sign up for instant mobile message alerts today. It's quick and easy, and once you enroll, Amber Alerts, weather emergencies, and many valuable safety, warning, and important news bulletin updates will arrive as text messages in your cell phone. Sign up now by visiting beavercountypa.gov. It's free, and it could be a lifesaver for you or somebody else in trouble. Put your fingertips to work and turn your phone into an instant notification alert device. Beaver County Emergency Services, along with other partner organizations, is pleased to make instant notifications available to you. So sign up today.
When you talk about community involvement and safety, the name Fry stands at the forefront in Beaver County. Fry Transportation's mission is to continue to raise the bar as the gold standard in their industry by providing the safest, most reliable, and cost-efficient transportation service in Beaver County through their strong relationships with their communities, best-in-their-class drivers, equipment, and technology. There's nothing more important than the safety of their students, employees, and community members. Fry Transportation, where the quality of their organization is characterized by the makeup of the individual behind the wheel.
Everybody knows that credit unions are a better deal because they are nonprofit and member-owned institutions. But did you know that at Freedom United Federal Credit Union, we have over 150 sponsor groups and almost 7,000 members? This is Kaylin Smith, and I just discovered some of this myself. I'll bet you didn't know that all of our members receive an automatic $3,000 accidental death life insurance policy just for joining our family. It is true. You really can get something for nothing. Here's another fun fact. The Rochester office on Adams Street used to be home to the American Legion, and that's where all those fabled Legion dances took place. Whatever the reason, come see us today. Freedom United Federal Credit Union, where the interest is in you. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today. Benefits include health insurance, life insurance, paid vacation after 1 year, and 1.5 times hourly pay for overtime plus holiday hours. Patriot Home Care employees provide personal care, conversation and companionship, medication reminders, light housekeeping and laundry, meal preparation, and errands. Start your career in home care today and call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or apply online at patriothomecare.org.
Got kids? Too much to do? No time to cook? Download the McDonald's app today and get dinner delivered straight to your door from DoorDash. McDonald's makes it easy for you and your family. Download the app today and get exclusive deals and rewards. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
If you own a company or a small business, you might have considered advertising on radio. It's smart because radio is still the most far-reaching media outlet today. WBVP and WMBA can get you results. Get more information at beavercountyradio.com.
Tune in to Beaver County Radio after the Friday night football game for the Falcones Moon Township Ford Wrap-Up Show. Beaver County Radio's Mike Azadian and Ryan Garazunas will have the scores, standings, and any news from the games. They will also take your phone calls so you can talk about your favorite team. The Falcones Moon Township Ford Wrap-Up Show is being brought to you by Electric Garage Door Sales, Forward RX, Patriot Home Care, the YMCA, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, All Access Automotive, Drug-Free Aliquippa, the St. Barnabas Health System, the Fry Transportation Group, the Community College of Beaver County, Tri-State Sporting Arms, Vape and Roll With It, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Carver Construction, Falcones Moon Township Ford, and Beaver County Radio 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and BeaverCountyRadio.com.
The Pitt Panthers are looking to improve off of last year's 7-6 record, and you can hear all of the action right here on Beaver County Radio. University of Pittsburgh football on Beaver County Radio is brought to you by the East Rochester and Tusca Shop and Saves, the True Value Hardware inside East Rochester Shop and Save, Dr. C. Timothy Lipp, Beaver Falls Athletic Department, the Fry Transportation Group, and Beaver County Radio.
It might be time to repair or replace that old garage door. Call on Robin and her team of expert installers at Electric Garage Door Sales in Monaca. Dial 724-774-3200 and your door will work like a charm. Featuring CHI quality garage doors, LiftMaster garage door openers, and over 50 years experience, Robin and her team will get it done right. Electric Garage Door Sales. Give them a call at 724-774-3200 or find them online at electricgaragedoorsales.com.
Hot coffee in the morning and Frank Sparks. Now you're in the fast lane. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and streaming live on BeaverCountyRadio.com.
And we're back here. It is 10:27 here in Beaver County. We're actually coming up on 10:28, and it is currently sitting at 72 degrees. Another beautiful day. I'm hearing this rumor that we might see this liquid stuff coming out of the sky on Sunday sometime. I'm not sure, but that's the rumor I'm hearing, is possibly Saturday, late Saturday evening, and then possibly Sunday. So,
wow,
liquid coming out of the sky.
I don't even know what that is.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What I don't know. I have no clue.
What myth is that?
Next thing you know, we're going to start, someone's going to run around the skies falling, the skies falling.
Right. So, penny, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. So, all right, we're visiting this morning with Brenda Applegate and Stacey Ivol, and they're here. We're going to talk about there's a lot. Look, if anybody tries to tell me that there is nothing going on in Beaver County tomorrow, come here and let me personally, knock you upside the head, because there is a ton of things going on, and this is just another great event that's going on tomorrow. It's Fort McIntosh Days. That's happening down there tomorrow. So tell us a little bit about Fort McIntosh and Fort McIntosh Days.
Well, we're lucky that Fort McIntosh is only Saturday from 10 to 4.
Okay.
And hopefully that rain will come after 4 o'clock.
True.
So we're real excited to let everybody know that we have over 45 reenactors coming to Fort McIntosh. They'll be camped along the river there, where the fort was actually built. So it's kind of a really neat thing.
Yeah. We invite people to come down on Friday night as well, too, just to kind of see everybody putting up their tents and stuff like that, because it is actually kind of fun to see everybody putting up their tents.
Do the reenactors like stay overnight, or
Yes.
do they? Okay.
Some of us do,
All right,
yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, that means you're staying overnight tonight?
Yeah, if you look
Okay.
at my van outside,
All right.
it's got
I
the
saw
poles
that.
on top of
All
it.
right. I did see that. When you pulled in, I said, man, is Brenda going skiing or what's going on here? So, all right. So they'll start setting up tonight.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So where exactly was Fort McIntosh and Beaver at?
Well, what block would that actually? Well, technically, we kind of start right at the block of 600,
Okay.
right there by the library. But it kind of goes a little bit farther
the
down
fire department.
to the fire, right by the
Okay.
block of the fire department, right?
Okay.
And it's right there, and it would have gone over the banks into many of the houses that are right there on the that are there across the road.
Long River Road
yeah,
there?
Yeah, on
Okay.
River Road.
There is an outline for people that have never been there. There is a stone outline of the park area of the fort, so you can get at least an idea of how wide the fort was. At one time, there were over 1,300 men that were in and out of the fort.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a little blockhouse. It is was a large.
So what was it Fort McIntosh's place in history?
Well, the fort was actually built by Lachlan McIntosh. He was asked to build it because at the time the Native Americans were allied with the British, and they were knocking off a lot of our people that were trying to settle into the area. So Lachlan McIntosh was commissioned to build a fort for defense, and from Fort McIntosh they went to Fort Lawrence and were supposedly supposed to reach out to Detroit, but that never came into fruition.
We were as west could be at that point. Beaver was the final frontier, as Star Trek puts it. And when they built the fort, that was west.
And there were no white people living north of the Ohio River at that time.
No, none at all.
So what time period is this like around?
1778 is when it was actually when it was built. So at that point in 1785, the Treaty of Fort McIntosh was signed there, and that opened up the expansion to go west
and live north of the Ohio.
Live north of the Ohio.
So how has this survived all these years? I mean, I know the fort itself's not there anymore, but it's been for years and years. Everybody's always known that's where it was and things. So what makes you think it's, with the survival, and is it just the way we treat history here in Beaver County that,
Well, they did an archaeological dig in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that showcased where the footprint of the fort actually was. And really, Fort McIntosh was, for us, a big part of the Revolutionary War. Right. So we're very fortunate that we do have what little remains of it that we have.
And we are the only revolutionary site in Beaver County, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are the only revolutionary site. Now, we do have at Beaver Area Heritage Museum, we have many artifacts. Thank you very much. Many artifacts that are not on display, and that was why we were looking into getting the caboose, because we were trying to look for more room to display those. And as soon as we get the caboose, then that'll open more room for us to put those artifacts.
Museum's not big enough for you?
Right. So we'll open that up and we'll have those artifacts. But from that dig in 1970, we have those artifacts that we will then display for that. But we also are looking at trying to build up the footprint of Fort McIntosh up to 2 to 3 feet, so that people will see more of the actual footprint of Fort McIntosh.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're actually looking at grants and trying to get that built back up a little bit. So,
and with the 250 celebration next year, this is the really appropriate time to focus on Fort McIntosh and what occurred there and the treaties that happened there. Even though I think the treaty was 1785, that was an important treaty for our country, for our nation.
Right. All right, we're visiting this morning with Brenda, Applegate, and Stacey, Ivol. We're talking about Fort McIntosh at this point, and we're going to talk more about what's happening tomorrow with Fort McIntosh Day. There's lots of activities, demonstrators, and there's going to be fun tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that more coming up. But Noah is in here, and I think he wants to do the news. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and beavercountyradio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning. On this Friday, September 19th of 2025, we will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. Pennsylvania State Police in Beaver report that yesterday evening, agents from both the ATF and the FBI working in a joint investigation were involved in a fatal shooting incident. According to officials, the shooting happened on Wagaman Street at the Linmar Terrace housing complex in Aliquippa around 6:20 p.m. yesterday. Aliquippa Mayor Dwan Walker confirmed that an ATF agent shot a boy that went to Aliquippa High School. Sources told KDKA the boy was shot in the head. According to the Allegheny County Medical Examiner's Office, 18-year-old Kendrick Curtis was flown to Allegheny General Hospital in Pittsburgh and died there shortly after 3 a.m. this morning. Aliquippa School District Superintendent Dr. Philip Woods said that a trauma support team will be on site at the Aliquippa Senior High School today when students arrive. Aliquippa Junior Senior High School students can also go to the library there to find support resources throughout today as they need it. 35-year-old Xinhua Chen, an undocumented immigrant from China, is in custody for actions including stealing money from a New Swickley Township resident and pretending to be a federal agent. Chen went to this resident's house pretending to be a federal agent on September 5th, 2025, because this New Swickley Township resident called Microsoft support and they were told to make a payment in cash to a federal agent to unlock their computer after a pop-up locked their computer. That resident gave Chen almost $25,000 from a bank account from them. Chen is being held in the Beaver County Jail without bond. If a scam like this happens to you, the New Swickley Township Police Department asks that you immediately call 911. A 2025 to 2026 four-show season from the Beaver Valley Community Concert Association and Live On Stage Incorporated will start next week on Tuesday, September 23rd at Beaver Falls Middle School Auditorium at 7:30 p.m. with a concert from the Mid-Atlantic Men. The payment is cash or check only, and the cost at the door to see this Mid-Atlantic Men show is $25, with $5 for students of Beaver Falls being the cash at the door payment. The vocal trio of the Mid-Atlantic Men, represented by 2 American men and 1 British man, will sing iconic songs from acts like Billy Joel, Queen, and more. Acting U.S. Attorney Troy Ravetti announced yesterday that a resident of McKees Rocks was sentenced in federal court to 46 months of imprisonment, followed by 15 years of supervised release on his conviction of possession of material depicting the sexual exploitation of a minor. 38-year-old Brandon Jennings got sentenced yesterday. According to information presented to the court in and around March of 2021 and July of 2021, Jennings possessed 926 images and 803 videos depicting the sexual exploitation of minors, some of whom were infants, toddlers, and prepubescent. And Ryan, a leading global tax services and software provider, recently announced the firm has been named to the Pittsburgh Business Times' 2025 Best Places to Work in Western Pennsylvania list. This is the 11th consecutive year that Ryan has been recognized for this award.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Lots of sunshine expected today. We'll see highs near 84 and overnight lows around 57. Increasing clouds tomorrow with a chance of some much needed rain and possible thunderstorms in the evening. Look for highs near 84 and lows around 61. And mostly sunny on Sunday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms beginning in the afternoon. We'll see highs in the mid 80s and lows around 62. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Friday, September 19th of 2025 at 38 minutes after 10, we've got a temperature of 73 degrees with partly cloudy skies here in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA. Also streaming live around the world.
I have one question. Have you had your Hanks today? If not, what are you waiting for? Visit Hanks Frozen Custard and Mexican Food next to the YMCA today. From their famous assortment of frozen custard to tacos, burritos, taco salads, and more, Hanks Frozen Custard and Mexican is the place to go. Want to skip the line? Order on their website at gotohanks.com. Also on their website, sign up for rewards and score yourself some deals at Hanks. So what are you waiting for? Visit Hanks Frozen Custard and Mexican Food today. Hanks Frozen Custard and Mexican, a Beaver County staple since 1952.
Looking for a great job opportunity? McDonald's now has full-time and part-time positions available to fit your lifestyle and needs. Set your own hours and have a lot of fun too. Whatever the situation is, McDonald's has a place for you. Apply today at McHire.com. McDonald's is here for you. I'm loving it.
What if you could meet the future you? The one with the degree, the dream job, the confidence. This fall at Community College of Beaver County, step up to the mirror and see what's possible. Whether you're fresh out of high school, changing careers, or returning to finish what you started, every class and campus experience brings you closer to who you're meant to be. See your future. Start it here at CCBC. Visit ccbc.edu/fall25.
Join Beaver County Radio Sunday, September 28th at Harkins Mill Wines in Ambridge as we help Beaver Falls native Jenna Schenk celebrate the release of her album, New Road, recorded locally at Dave World Productions, David Granati's Maplewood Studio. Lots of music with Jenna, David, and some special guests, including Dave and Tammy Wright of Local Notes, Tracy Horton, and Jonathan O'Connor. Fun, food, wine, and music all make for a great Sunday afternoon, starting at 3 p.m. at Harkins Mill Wines, 564 Merchant Street, Ambridge. Hope to see you there.
Beaver County Radio and Fry Transportation are on the move, and they're coming your way with the best Beaver County has to offer. You're listening to Beaver County Radio, proudly presented by Fry Transportation.
Beaver County Radio and the Pennsylvania Hot Rod Company have teamed up again for the third annual Cruisin' the Ridge Car Cruises. This year's car cruises are presented by Falcone's Moon Township Ford, A.K. Nahas Appliance Furniture, Mattress, and TV, and Dan Hoffman State Farm Insurance. Join us Saturday, September the 20th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the final cruise of the year. The cruise is being held at the Beaver County Radio Studios at 4301 Dutch Ridge Road, Brighton Township. Solid Gold Saturday host J.D. Merkel will spin tunes in the parking lot. There will be food trucks, a 50-50, Chinese auctions, and a swap meet. The theme for September is Mustangs. There also will be a Howdy Honey pinup contest to benefit the Free Care Fund. Cruises are rain or shine, and the first 100 cars receive a dash plaque. Collect all 5 for a chance at a special prize at the end of the year. Cruisin' the Ridge also is sponsored by Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Rochester Paving and Seal Coating, Hank's Frozen Custard and Mexican Food, the Fry Transportation Group, the William Murphy Funeral Home, Forward RX, the Lisa and Tank Latham Team at eXp Realty, Electric Garage Door Sales, and J. Young Refuse. Looking for something fun and delicious to do this Sunday afternoon? Cruise on over to Hank's Frozen Custard and Mexican Food from noon until 5 p.m. for our third car cruise of 4 at Hank's this year. Beaver County Radio's Frank Sparks and Gary Miller will also be there broadcasting live from noon to 5 p.m. We'll have the Beaver County Radio Prize Wheel there with great prizes from the Pennsylvania Lottery, Philly Pretzel Factory, Run for All, and much more. While you're at Hank's, you can enjoy some of the finest custard and Mexican food in the area. Beaver County Radio's live broadcast at Hank's Frozen Custard and Mexican Food is brought to you by Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends, A.K. Nahas Appliance Furniture, Mattress, and TV, You'll Do OK with AK, Forward RX, Monroe Auto Body, and Beaver County Radio. Al's Corner is not just for gas. That's right. They offer gas, of course, but also fresh food and snacks every day. Let Al's do the cooking. They make fresh subs on their homemade bread daily. They offer hot foods like tacos, fish on Friday, plus wraps, salads, and more. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, make a visit to Al's Corner in Koppel. Call Al's today to place your order. Make your football party be the envy of your family and friends. Follow them on Facebook for their daily specials. That's Al's Corner on the corner off Route 18 and 351 in Koppel.
The warm weather is just around the corner, and now is the perfect time to call Rochester Paving and Seal Coating. Rochester Paving and Seal Coating is a fully insured, fourth-generation, locally owned and operated family business that is your one-stop shop for all of your asphalt needs. Whether it's residential or commercial paving or seal coating, Rochester Paving and Sealing has got you covered. With nearly 40 years of servicing Beaver County and the surrounding area, there is no need to call anyone else but the pros at Rochester Paving and Seal Coating. Call today for your free estimate at 724-775-3021.
Put freedom in your future. Freedom United Federal Credit Union in Rochester. Weekday mornings were meant to drive in the fast lane. It's Frank Sparks on Beaver County Radio.
It's a Friday morning, and it is 10:44 in Beaver County. And joining us this morning in studio here in hour number one of Driving in the Fast Lane is Brenda Applegate and Stacey Ivol. And we're talking about Fort McIntosh Day. And we started talking a little bit about it tomorrow. We were talking about the reenactors. And Brenda's going to be sleeping along the river tonight in her tent. Mm-hmm. And how many other people are going to be with you?
I don't know how many tonight. Maybe 10 will be sleeping with me tonight, but there are actually 44 different reenactors that are coming to demonstrate tomorrow.
So tell us about some of the other activities, because it's pretty intriguing. There's a lot of different things going on tomorrow, from candle making, canning. So I know, I'm glad I saw cannon firing, because tomorrow morning we're going to be up here setting up for our car cruise, and when I hear a cannon go off, at least I know not to be totally scared.
Yeah,
at this
we had
point.
to call 911 and let them know that was happening, so that people wouldn't be thinking we were under attack and that type of thing.
And it's just not a cannon, because just the way it echoes. I mean, you can hear the cannon at the Maple Syrup Festival,
right,
and you can hear it at other events, but when you hear it echo off the river valley,
yes,
it really is a unique sound.
So is this one of the actual cannons from back in the day, or?
Well, it's a reproduced one.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's what would have been there. And they're actually going to fire the cannon at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 2 o'clock.
Okay. So what's some of the other activities that are going on?
Well, new this year, we actually are going to have a visit from Lachlan McIntosh.
Okay.
The Fort McIntosh DAR last year started videoing the demonstrators, and they plan to produce a video that will go out to all of our local schools and maybe PBS to showcase the history of Beaver County. So we're going to see the general walking along the fort, introducing all of us patrons to the reenactors that are going to be there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be hot. He's not used to wearing a wool uniform.
Right.
But we have some people returning. We have demonstrators of bob and lace, weaving, spinning, people talking about what 18th century clothing looked like. We have someone that's going to talk about what it would be like to be educated, how you would learn how to read and write in the 18th century. Melissa will actually kind of become a midwife, and she'll talk about the herbs and what it was like to give birth to a baby. And we're going to have wagon rides. We had that last year, and it was very well received. So those are things that happened last year are going to reoccur this year.
All right. What else? Let's see. I'm seeing writing with a quill pen. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. The gentleman that's coming this year, he's new. He's going to explain the history and how the quill pen was developed and where it came from, and the types of inks. So those are things he's going to talk about. We have a gentleman, I'm really excited. I haven't seen this being done before. He's 90 years old, and he's going to make brooms. He's going to bring the equipment to do broom making.
Like the old school corn brooms.
I haven't seen his demonstration, so I'm going to learn tomorrow just like anybody else that comes.
And Stacey's cooking tomorrow, right?
No way. I don't even cook at home, man. Whoa.
So I see cooking, spinning, and you talked about the midwifery. So
yeah.
So what kind of, they're going to show dishes of the day, or?
Well, the gentleman that's doing the cooking tomorrow he's going to base his recipes on what the rations of a soldier were. And a ration, or a soldier was issued a pound of beef, a pound of flour, rice, dried peas, dried beans. So I don't know what kind of recipe he's going to come up with. We know that there were cattle at the fort, so we probably had the beef, and I know they had strawberries. Of course, strawberries aren't in season right now, but in the springtime, they talked about having strawberries and cream. So,
and we think of strawberries being those big honkin' strawberries that we see in the grocery store, but the strawberries that they had were the size of your pinky.
Oh, wow.
If not, right, because those are the wild strawberries that they have. So, yeah. So
it wasn't a whole lot of eating.
No.
So any other activities? I mean, you guys have any food vendors or anything like that or anything?
No.
Okay.
Because we want to focus on the 18th century.
Okay.
Right.
And we have one of our natives that's going to show like a fishing trap that he built, and they're going to talk about how to make nets. Because I know that in the early or late 1700s, they caught a pike that was 25 pounds, a perch that was 15 to 20 pounds, catfish that were in the river. Those are all different fish that we had available to us in the 18th century.
We will have a couple of arts and crafts for the kids, and then we will have games for the children as well too. So this is a full family event, and it's free.
I was gonna ask, is there any cost or anything? All right.
Right. That was like in unison. Coke,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know.
So, and there's not a lot of events that are like that nowadays.
Exactly. This is a free event. It's full family. Everything is geared towards everyone in the family. All of our speakers talk to the children and the family, to the adults as well. It was primarily put together for that reason, so that it could be for the kids and the parents as well. So we're very proud of this. Is this our 7th year now?
7th or 8th year. Yeah.
Because of COVID, we had to cut down on COVID. So we're very proud of this. We're very proud of this event. Very, very proud.
What
of
about
this
parking?
Event.
Somebody wants to attend.
Off the street parking.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's one of our.
That is the downside of it. Yes.
Well, there's lots of parking in town, though.
But I'm sure that if you had a handicapped person, you could be dropped off. The street will be open in front of the park.
Right.
Okay.
So you can be dropped off, and then the driver can go park the car.
And of course, in Beaver, food is completely in walking distance.
Right.
But we've talked about bringing food trucks in, but we do want to stay within that 1700 time period. It would be great if we could have food vendors there, but that just takes away from that ambiance of being down there in the fort.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Right.
We tried it one year, and the reenactors, we were blocking their space.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'd have to have food trucks like far away from the park.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
So, okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Anything else I forgot about
Well,
tomorrow?
we do have a beekeeper.
Oh, okay.
We have someone that's going to
He's
talk
new.
about how to develop honey, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of different things that are going on.
Well, you figure back in that, food wasn't as processed as it is nowadays, and you pretty much had to find what you could to make. You know?
Right.
Well, and that's what Willie's going to talk about is how he went out and acquired meat to bring it into the soldiers. You figure if you have 1,000 soldiers there, you need a way to feed them.
Right.
And that was a downfall of our fort. We didn't have enough provisions, and they were starving.
Yes.
All right. Let me see here. So tell us. Let's finish up. Give us a recap of what all's going to happen tomorrow, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the Beaver County history, and also talk about the heritage as well.
Starts at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Ends at 4.
Ends at 4.
And I would suggest leaving time. One comment I heard from the reenactors is that a lot of people asked questions. A lot of people were
Right.
very interested, and they were very willing to provide those answers. So it's not like an event where you just walk in and walk away. You should leave with some information.
I think that's a very good, I mean, it's not something like you're at the zoo and you walk up and you go,
Right.
It is a very hands-on, event. So that's a very good way to take away from this.
All right. If anybody has any questions, is there a number they can call?
Well, because it's tomorrow, and
Right.
we'll be down at the fort, or we'll be at the site all day today.
Just come down.
Yeah,
Yes,
just come
I
on
was gonna
down.
say come down.
Yeah, come on down.
All right.
Yeah.
So who all helps you guys put this together each and every year?
Beaver Borough helps us a
Okay.
lot. We have
Do you
some.
need me to hand you the paper so you can?
Well, the sponsors. I actually have my sponsors here, but we also have some co-chairs. We have our trustees that we have in our board of directors, but we have a co-chair, Bruce Bell, myself. We have Brenda. She's sitting right next to me, and I can't remember her name. You have your I
have my board of trustees
trustees as well too.
Right.
But Beaver Borough helps us. Now I have my sponsors, which are Heritage Valley Health Systems, Michael Baker International, Spanos, Raymond James, and Pacer Studios, and The Right Promise. And do you have your?
It's just my board. Well, Pennsylvania Historical Museum Commission and the county commissioners.
The county commissioners help us a lot. Yes.
You know what's kind of cool is Michael Baker International is one of your sponsors, and you're sitting in the Michael Baker building.
I am sitting in a Michael Baker. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So.
All
right. Well, appreciate you guys coming in today.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
And if anybody wants to get information about either the Beaver Heritage or Beaver County history, how can they do so?
So I'm at 724-775-7174. Beaver Heritage, we have a website, beaverheritage.org. So you can do that at any time. The museum is open on Saturdays 10 to 4, and every first Sunday of the month we are open. I desperately need volunteers, and I know that Brenda is going to say that as well. So I'm going to pass this over to Brenda with her hours then.
So we're at the Vickery Mansion, Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. And I will say I do have someone in the office answering phones today. So if you need an immediate answer, it's 724-775-1848. And our website is www.bchrlf.org. So.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you for coming in this morning and telling us about Fort McIntosh Day that's happening tomorrow. And then, like I said, if you need anything in the future, please feel free, and we'll be happy to have you on and let everybody know. History is a big thing, and I think that we need to more teach our children about history than maybe that way they can keep the history up for us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, Frank.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, DJ Fry Bus Talk, but we'll have Town Hall News first, and we'll get that started right after this.
In a difficult period following the loss of a loved one, there should only be comfort and compassion in your life. Your time shouldn't be consumed with the multitude of funeral details. Instead, you should be focused on healing, mending, and putting the pieces of your own life back together.